There's a term called a fire sale. It's been popularized in pop culture. It's kind of a tradecraft word. We've talked about tradecraft before. They're words that when they're used with certain meanings, you can tell that that person either has specialized training or an awareness of the nomenclature, the verbs used in a certain trade. In a fire sale, I mean, in popular pop culture, it means, hey, everything must go. So we're selling everything. In the analytical world, before you bomb someplace, before you invade someplace, I should say, typically you cut off communications. You cut off power. You cut off airfields. You cut off TV. You cut off which would be in communications. You cut off everything that would aid them when you're about to invade. Everything must go. Fire sale. That's where the term comes from. And it's been popularized lately. And if you look, it's funny because I just heard the term again this week about the pipeline. And then there's a bridge on I-40 that spans the Mississippi that's going to be down for a while. And then the governor of Michigan is playing with her pipeline. I didn't even intend for that to come out that way. And you'd think she'd learned her lesson already with people trying to kill her. But, you know, they're disrupting services, utilities, etc., etc. And somebody said, is this a fire sale? Are we about to be invaded? No, you're not going to get Cubans jumping from planes in the sky invading. But on a larger scale, if you think about the fire sale and everything must go, this week you had the Temple Mount on fire in Jerusalem. Looking at you, Baptists. And you had the pipeline. You have the bridge. Before that, you've got everybody at home with COVID. You've got a lot of small businesses closed or out of business. You've got the pillars of the business world and advancement for the last 200 years being told their opinions don't matter. They need to go to the back of the line and they need to shut up while everybody else is raised up in the name of equity. Not equal performance, mind you, equity. You've got the nuclear family being attacked. You've got God, good or bad, whether you follow him out, shoved out of every institution possible. And the funny thing about that is a lot of people I'm hearing lately are coming home to roost because they're realizing, yeah, I didn't really go to church and I didn't really like church. But you know what? If everybody followed those rules, we'd be in a better place. So you've got all sorts of things. It's almost like there's been a slow fire sale. Call it a fire discount for the past decade or so. And it's continuing on. You know, we've added a third bathroom in some states. So you've got this attack from all sides. And it's almost as if there is a long prep for an invasion. There are three groups of people that plan for a long-term invasion. One are the Chinese. They have 50-year plans. We have 4-year plans. They have 50-year plans. Just think of that. And they stick to them. The other group is communists writ large. And I don't mean Russia. I mean communists in general. Socialists. They're a little bit shorter planning, 20-year plans. And then there's the last group. They're the fallen ones. So either you're probably about to be attacked by China in the next 20 years, or you're probably going to be attacked by the devil before Christ comes back. With the Temple Mount burning, I'm not sure where to put my money on at this point. It's kind of ugly all the way around. Your news didn't really show it, but 2 nights ago, there were over 300 rockets fired into Israel, and then there were 325 or so the next day. So that was interesting. A lot of those rockets actually fell in a place called Lud, which is between Modin and Tel Aviv, where I was staying. So I actually saw some of the streets I recognized, as well as Jaffa, which is just south but touching Tel Aviv. It's where Jonah and the Whale happened. And I saw some bombs going off there. So it's interesting because if you follow biblical prophecy, a lot of stuff's coming true. And it's coming true worldwide. But yeah, fire sale. Seems like we're marching that direction for either one group or the other. Just some thoughts. Leave your comments down below. Remember, you're not wrong. You're outvoted. Watch out for that government and try to live in peace wherever you find your tyranny. Shout outs to shout outs.